I'm Naomi Saxton. I work here at Sheffield Hallam in the Student Wellbeing Service, but I'm the lead practitioner for supporting students around sexual violence, harassment and hate crime. So I manage the report and support team that we have here in Student Wellbeing. I think, a university, we're a microcosm of society, I guess, and I think, students are in the age group where they're probably a bit more vulnerable to experiencing sexual violence. And since we launched the service specifically to offer support around that, it's really evident about the impact that a sexual assault or sexual harassment or a hate crime can have on anybody, but I guess for a student the impacts we see are typically, they really struggle to engage with their studies, so they struggle to achieve their potential. They often withdraw from their friendship group because of maybe the nature of the incident that's happened. Often they have accommodation issues because they've maybe been assaulted in their own home, in their own bed. That can have financial implications. All those things really kind of build up and can impact drastically on their mental health. So the Universities UK produced a report called Changing the Culture in 2016, which really acknowledged the prevalence of sexual violence and hate crime amongst the student population. And here at Hallam, they really committed and invested in offering support around that agenda, and they invested in my post, and then I have 3 other members of staff that work part-time in this role for report and support. Yeah, sure. So as part of the investment in supporting students in this way, we decided that we were going to go down the route of using a specific reporting tool. So we have a report and support website which we've marketed very widely across the university, and that's our kind of single point of access, I suppose, for reporting and accessing support. Students or staff actually can report anonymously, or they can report and provide their personal details, in which case we can offer them a one-to-one appointment with one of our team. So I guess the website itself has lots of information, lots of guidance, lots of links to specialist services and helplines, so they don't necessarily have to engage in person with us. We'd like to think there's a lot of information and support there that we can point them to. However, if they do want to provide their details and access our support one-to-one, usually we would offer them an appointment. They can choose when that is. They can choose whether they see a male or a female, because we've got that diversity in the team. And during that first appointment, we usually describe what the options are for reporting. So they might want to report formally to the university if the alleged perpetrator is another student or a member of staff, or they might be considering reporting to the police, in which case we can give them information, support them to do that. If they don't want to make a formal report, or they haven't kind of decided yet, we can support them to access the SARC. Depending on the time frames, we can support them to access some of the other specialist services that we have in Sheffield, the ISFA service and the SRASAC service, domestic abuse helplines, that kind of thing. And often that first appointment is just really about them sort of getting a sense of what's available, and then often they go away and come back, and if they want to continue to see me or one of my team, we can offer them that ongoing emotional sort of psychoeducational support. We do a lot of work around sort of victim blaming and normalising some of the symptoms that people are experiencing, and then there's that kind of practical support around if they're struggling to access uni. It's often helpful for us to communicate on their behalf to the faculty that they might not be attending and that there's good reason for that, or if they need extensions on their deadlines or they need to repeat an assessment, we can sort of advocate for them in that, with their cooperation. I think really to any victims, survivors of sexual violence, I guess I just want to reassure anybody that's been through that, or maybe supporting anyone that's gone through that, that this is a place where you can come and talk about as much or as little. There's no need to describe what's happened to you. It's enough to just acknowledge that something's happened that you're not comfortable with, explore how that's affecting you. You know, we really won't judge you, and we won't be making choices for you. Obviously we have to consider that if there's a risk to you or someone else, we might have to take action, but usually it's very confidential. We wouldn't share it, and yeah, we want to offer the help that is helpful to you. It's not about us, it's, you know, really supporting people who are going through the impacts of surviving a sexual violence incident, and knowing that they're not alone is really important. You know, the service has been really well used, you know, during the last academic year and even more so into this academic year. So, you know, it's encouraging for us that people are coming forward and, you know, don't kind of suffer when you can come and get that support. So hopefully we've made that really simple with the Report and Support website. It's very easy to access just on your phone or on a desktop. It'll take you straight to our front page where there's information, different tabs about support. You can look at links and articles. You can go straight to the reporting tool if you like, either report anonymously or not. Once you've gone through that and you're offered an appointment, the appointment will take place typically down on Surrey Level 1 in Student Wellbeing Service, where we've got confidential appointment rooms. You know, we'll just sit one-to-one. Typically it takes around 50 minutes or an hour, and really it is just your time. You know, we'll explain what the service is, what kind of things we can offer, and then really hear from you, you know, what help would be useful to you, and there's no kind of rush and no pressure. It really is, yeah, designed to be whatever it needs to be for you within obviously the boundaries of what we can do. But we can signpost you onto, so within the student wellbeing team we've got some counsellors, we've got mental health practitioners, we've got wellbeing practitioners. The report and support team, you know, we're wellbeing practitioners as well, so we can offer that emotional support and ongoing, yeah, just kind of a hand-holding through, acknowledging that, you know, sometimes things will be fine, you'll be coping, and at other times, you know, depending on what you're going through and if your case is going through the criminal justice system, there can be peaks and troughs of stresses, and you're always welcome to kind of come back at a time that suits you. We don't have kind of a fix, right? You see us for 6 weeks and that's all. You know, we kind of keep it open as much as we can, so you can access us as and when you want to. So yeah, for the National Sexual Violence Awareness Week, we are trying to engage students and staff. We're going to have a presence up in the main entrance way here at Owen. We have an exhibition that we called What Was She Wearing? And it really explores some of those myths around rape, and we're hoping to engage people in sort of talking about that and reflecting on that. We're going to invite people to be sharing comments on social media, and yeah, really get some sort of conversations going and thoughts going, and hope to really raise awareness amongst our student and staff population about this really important issue.